Hello and welcome to another Big Orbit Games unboxing video. I'm Chris and today we'll be looking at Pokemon Sun and Moon, Guardians Rising. We'll be opening a booster box, so 36 packs. It's a nice box. Let's just get right in there, I guess. So that opens up. Yep. Alright, so 36 booster packs. Let's just start from the front, see what we get. We're obviously looking for some GXs. Take the online code out of the back. So, start off with a Phantump, a Taylor, a Wailmer, Trubbish, Jangmo. Nice reverse holo Swellow there. Our rare is Heliolisk. I'm going to mispronounce some of these words, the names by the way, but you know, that goes without saying. So Heliolisk is an electric type, evolves from Helioptile, and is an electric type. So his attacks are Quick Attack, which is 20 plus a Coin Flip, and if it's heads it does 20 more for 1 colorless, and a Lightning, and 2 colorless for Raging Thunder, which is 120, and does 30 damage to one of your own bench Pokemon. So pretty good for 3 energy cards, just 120, and the downside isn't that big because there are cards that can get around that a little bit. We've also got a nice Fairy Energy, very shiny, and for some reason the uncommons are at the back now. Don't know if they've changed that, but Beware, Lampent, and Clefable. So let's separate these. I'll have a giant pile of commons at the side by the end of the video. Managed to completely destroy that pack. So we have a Wailmer, Beldum, Rockruff, Machop, Trubbish, a Loma. Nice reverse holo. Ooh, we've got a GX already. Nice. So Toxapex GX. So evolved from Marini, 210 HP, Psychic type. So it has Spike Cannon, which is 1 Psychic, and does 30 times the number of heads on 4 coin flips. It's actually quite hard to read with the shine on that. So it's pretty good for 1 Psychic Energy. You've got 3 Energy, which is Super Intense Poison. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned. Put 10 damage counters on instead of 1 in between turns. That is pretty disgusting. So yeah, normally poisoned is 1 damage in between each turn. This is 10 damage, so that's gonna add up very, very quickly. And then its GX move is Total Shelter. So it deals 150 damage and prevent all effects of attacks, including damage, done to this Pokemon during your opponent's next turn. And you can only use 1 GX attack in a game. But I mean, if you're in a sticky situation, you can use that, deal some damage, and stop the effects of your opponent's Pokemon on the next turn. So pretty good. I now need to find space to put the GXs, so let's move these down. Got an Electric Energy, Whimsicott Marini, which you're going to need for that Toxapex. Where did I put the uncommons? And Hala is the trainer card, supporter. So shuffle your hand into your deck. If you've used your GX attack, draw 7 cards. If not, draw 4. That's pretty good. So benefits you if you're using your GX attack early, basically. Because later in the game, you're not necessarily going to want to draw 7 cards, because you might actually just deck yourself out. Alright, so Pancham, Vulpix, the Alolan Vulpix, which, you know, is a nice type instead of the usual fire. Chansey, oh god, I'm going to just skip that one. Trubbish, Geodude in reverse holo, looks really cool. So the electric type version, because it's the Alolan Geodude. So it has rock polish and rollout. So rock polish is pretty good. Means it has no retreat cost, and its retreat cost is normally 2, so can't complain at that. The rare is Lilligant, so it evolves from Petilil, and grass type, 90 HP. Petal Blizzard for 1 colorless. This attack does 10 damage to each of your opponent's Pokemon. That's pretty good against certain decks. Petal Dance, 40 times the number of heads from 3 coin flips, and this Pokemon is now confused. Fun. I've lost where I'm putting all the different card types. Another Marini. Ooh, didn't actually take that card out. Enhanced Hammer. So that's a nice reprint of a trainer card. Aqua Patch. So attach a water energy from your discard pile to one of your bench Pokemon. Pretty useful for ramping up if one of your Pokemon have been knocked out previously, or if you've been forced to discard energy for any turn, for any particular reason during your last turn. Slowpoke, Wishy-Washy, Nosepass, and Wimpod, and Goomy. And we have a reverse holo rare in Turtonator. So he's a fire type with 110 HP. For 2 colorless, he has Body Slam, which can paralyze on a coin flip of a heads and deals 30 damage. And Heat Blast, which is a respectable 90 damage for 3 energy. Pretty good. Then we have Comfey, which is a fairy type with 70 HP. The ability is Flower Shield. Each of your opponent that has any fairy energy attached to it can't be affected by any special conditions, and remove any special conditions affecting those Pokemon. So the ability is kind of like the fairy special energy from the last few sets, except this actually removes the conditions affecting them, whereas I believe the fairy energy didn't, I think. So yeah, not bad. And Sweet Kiss deals 30 damage for a fairy energy and a colorless, and your opponent draws a card, which is a pretty big downside actually. I don't think you'd want this to be attacking though. It's more of like a backup. You really want it for the ability if you're going to use it. So that's pretty cool. Fire Energy and Aloma Loma, Choice Band and Vanillish. So Choice Band is one of the newer items actually. So it's a tool, so you equip it to one of your Pokemon. The attacks of the Pokemon this card is attached to do 30 more damage to your opponent's active GX or active Pokemon EX. Basically, if you know you're going to be facing up against heavy GX or EX decks, then yeah, pretty good choice. Hey, see what I did there? So, have a Machop, Fletchling, another Vulpix, Gothita, sorry, Chansey, Stuffle is the reverse holo, looks nice and shiny. Ooh, and we have a Sylveon GX, which looks really cool. I really like the artwork on this one. So 200 HP fairy type, evolves from Eevee. For 1 fairy, you have Magical Ribbon, which is search your deck for up to 3 cards and put them into your hand, then shuffle your deck. That is really, really good. Yeah, you can search for anything with that. If you need a specific trainer card, go get it. If you need some energy cards, go get them. If you need more Pokemon, go get them. It's very, very good attack. Fairy Wind is a fairy and 2 colourless for 110 damage, no special text attached to that. And the GX attack is Plea, which is a fairy and 2 colourless. Put 2 of your opponent's benched Pokemon and all cards attached to them into your opponent's hand. Situational, but can be really, really good, especially if they're playing a deck where they've got a lot of evolutions, and like they're evolving Pokemon on their bench, and you just attach. Well, you just play this, and they have to like just scoop up all of those Pokemon, including everything that's attached to them. So that could set them back potentially 3 turns in their plans, depending on this attack. So very, very good. And a nice dark energy there. Glalie, Weepinbell, and Altar of the Moon. Moony? So it's a stadium, and the retreat cost of each Pokemon, both yours and your opponent's, that has any psychic or dark energy attached to it is 2 less. So yeah, quite nice. Just any stadium that reduces retreat cost is good. I mean, just look at Fairy Garden. So doing well so far. So I have Murkrow, Salandit, Delibird, Nosepass, Castform. Our reverse holo is Machamp, which is pretty cool. Nice artwork on that. So Machamp obviously evolves from Machoke, which evolves from Machop. 160 HP fighting type. And he has Settle the Score for 2 fighting, which does 20 plus, and the attack does 80 more damage for each prize card your opponent took on their last turn. So if they knocked out your EX or GX and they've taken 2 prizes, and then you bring in Machamp, you're dealing 180 damage because they took 2 prizes. So pretty good. Submission deals 150 damage for 3 fighting type, and it does 30 damage to himself. So a typical kind of fighting where they're doing damage to themselves to deal, you know, big damage to your opponent's Pokemon. Talonflame is a rare from the pack. So a normal type with 130 HP, evolves from Fletchinder. It has Flame Charge, which is 1 colourless, and deals 30 damage. To search your deck for a fire type energy card and attach it to this Pokemon, then shuffle your deck. So dealing 30 damage and getting an energy card, you can't really complain at that. And Loop the Loop, 90 damage for 2, which is put all energy cards attached to this Pokemon into your hand. So you can attach 1, use Flame Charge, on the next turn, Loop the Loop, take those energy cards back, and attach them to something else. So pretty good. Kamala and Slowbro and Brooklet Hill, so another stadium. Once during each player's turn, that player may search their deck for a basic water type or basic fighting type Pokemon, put it onto the bench and shuffle their deck. So yeah, pretty good for just getting extra basics out. EXs still count as basics, so good way of searching those from your deck. Just absolutely destroying this pack. Jangmo. So 60 dragon type, 60 HP dragon type I should say. He's a basic, and he has an ability which is bulletproof. This Pokemon takes 10 less damage from attacks. And he has Dragon Claw for an electric and a fighting, which deals 30. So pretty good as a basic. Tailo, Carvanha, Barboach, Phantom, and Marini in reverse holo, which will go nicely with our Toxapex GX. Ooh, awesome. Drampa GX, full art version. We're doing pretty well so far. So 180 HP colorless Pokemon, has Righteous Edge for 1 colorless, deals 20 damage, and you discard a special energy card from your opponent's active Pokemon, which can really mess up their plans. Berserk for 3 colorless, deals 80 plus, and so if your bench Pokemon have any damage counters on them, this attack does 70 more damage. So it can potentially do 150. And Big Wheel GX is 1 colorless to shuffle your hand into your deck, then draw 10 cards. That can be really, really powerful. So really nice artwork on that full art. Yeah, I'm just going to hold that in front of the camera for a second there. So very happy with this box so far. So we got Ether Paradise Conservation Area, basic grass and basic electric type Pokemon. Both yours and your opponents take 30 less damage from their opponent's attacks. So, pretty good. We've got a Alolan Graveler as well. Barboach, Carvania, Fletchling, Litwick, Gothita. Nice reverse hollow Vulpix. Alolan Vulpix, I should say. Ooh, Trevenant is our rare. So 120 HP grass with Poltergeist and Hornleech, so 2 colorless, just 30 times the number of trainer cards revealed in your opponent's hand. That can potentially be quite nasty. And Hornleech is 30, deals 90 damage and heals 30 from Trevenant. So, yeah. And it's only a stage 1 as well. So, this could be pretty good actually. Sliggoo. And I forgot to take that out again. Energy Lotto. So, look at the top 7 cards of your deck. You may reveal an energy card you find there and put it into your hand. Shuffle the other cards back into your deck. So, pretty good at just... You're not guaranteed to get an energy card, but there's a pretty good chance. And Sableye. So, Gligar, Vanillite, Mudbray, Salandit, Stuffle, and we have a Clefable reverse hollow. I always like the fairy cards in reverse hollow. Just the fairy energy symbol, just it goes well with reverse hollow, you know, sparkles and shiny stuff. So Clefable's pretty cool. 100 HP fairy type, evolves from Clefairy. Has Lullaby for 1 colorless, which deals 20 damage and puts your opponent's active Pokemon to sleep. And Meteor Mash for 60 damage for a fairy and 2 colorless. So during your next turn, this Pokemon's Meteor Mash does 60 more damage. So the more time, well, the more often you use it, the more damage it's going to do. So, nice. Ooh, Blissey. Evolves from Chansey. 160 HP colorless Pokemon. Has the ability Fresh Egg. When you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon during your turn, you may heal 80 damage from your active Pokemon. So, yeah. If Chansey is your active Pokemon, just heal 80 from Chansey. But even so, it's just a really good ability. And it has Double Edge, which is 160 damage for 4 colorless energy, and it deals 80 to itself, which is very reminiscent of like the old school Chansey attacks. Fighting Energy, Fletchinder, Sliggoo, and Beware. Phantom, Helioptile, Beldum, Tentacle, Clefairy, and speaking of Blissey, so exactly the same, just in reverse hollow this time. Looks very cool. Swellow is our rare, so it deals 90 damage. Deals 90 damage. Has 90 HP, I should say, for a colorless Pokemon that evolves from Taillow. And it has Agility, which is 20 damage for 1 colorless, and you flip a coin, and if heads prevent all effects of attacks, including damage, done to this Pokemon during your opponent's next turn. So, good evasive ability. And Swallow Dive, which is also one colourless, does 40 plus. And if this Pokemon uses Agility during your last turn, it does 80 more damage. So you want to be using Agility, hopefully preventing damage by flipping it heads, and then Swallow Dive to deal 160. 100. Can I do maths? 120. Wow, maths. Apparently can't do it. 120 damage, and hopefully finish your opponent's Pokemon off. So, not bad. Nice Steel Energy there. Alomalova. And Brooklet Hill. I'm sure there's going to be a few comments about how I'm butchering these names and packs, apparently. So I apologise for those. So Gothita, Castform, Tentacle, Clefairy, Litwick, and a Reverse Hollow Lunala. That looks really cool actually as well. So it's a 160 HP Psychic Pokemon, evolved from Cosmo. Has Scattershot for 1 Psychic, deals 40 damage, times the amount of Psychic Energy attached to this Pokemon. As we've learned from the past, moves like that are absolutely disgusting in the game. Because there's ways that you can load up on energy on certain Pokemon, so that can be dealing a lot of damage. It is a stage 2 though, but what was the Pokemon? Not Gardevoir. The other one. My mind is blank, but it had a similar attack to that. And that was a stage 2, and people still played it in decks. So Wings of the Moon, 130 damage for 3 Psychic Energy, and move all energy from this Pokemon to your bench Pokemon in any way you like. So, not a bad attack, especially when Scattershot is only technically 1 energy. So, Oricorio is another rare in the pack. So 90 HP Fire Pokemon. It's a basic, and has some pretty good moves actually from what I remember reading up on this. So Passionate Dance for 1 fire, search your deck for up to 3 basic fire Pokemon and put them onto your bench, then shuffle your deck. So remember, EXs count as basics. So yeah. And Kindle is 30 damage for 2 fire energy, and discard an energy card from this Pokemon. If you do, discard an energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. So generally fire decks don't mind discarding energy because there's lots of ways you can get them back. So, but discarding energy cards from your opponent's Pokemon is a pretty big deal. So it could be a good shout in some decks. Another Enhanced Hammer, another Aqua Patch, and a Weeping Bell. Throw that one to the back. I feel like they've done something to the packaging that makes it a bit more flimsy than it used to be. Cottony, Bellsprout, Gligar, Patrat, Snorant, and Slowpoke is the Reverse Hollow. Again, the Psychic and Fairy types look really cool in Reverse Hollow. Minior is our rare. So it's a 70 HP fighting Pokemon, which is a basic. For 1 colourless, it has Swift at 20 damage, and Swift, as in all the games and all the cards previous, isn't affected by weakness and resistance. It then has Cosmic Explosion, yeah, for 190 damage, for 3 fighting energy. And this Pokemon is knocked out when you use it. So you're just like trading like a 1-for-1. But if it knocks out their EX, which at 190 damage it could well do, or GX even, you're taking 2 prizes and they're taking 1. So it can be a really good trade-off. Another Steel Energy, Altar of the Moon, Machoke, and Gliscor. seems like a pretty good set so far. Trubbish, Matchup, Geodude, Mudbray, a Alolan Sandshrew, another ice one that used to be fighting in this case. A Reverse Holo Gligar. And Wailord is our rare, so 200 HP. Stage 1 evolves from Wailmer, and Water type. So Dive is 40 damage for 3 energy. Flip a coins if heads prevent all damage of attacks, including damage done to this Pokemon during your opponent's next turn. So you're dealing damage and evading, hopefully. And then Open Sea is 4 energy for 80 damage and heal 30 from each of your water Pokemon. So, pretty good. Yeah. Not much more I can really say about that other than it's pretty good. Energy Recycler's back, so good at getting energy from the discard pile. Tentacruel and Choice Band. And I'm going to open this one from the back. Beldum, Rockruff, Matchup, Trubbish, Delibird, and Sharpedo in Reverse Holo. Looks pretty cool as well, the water Reverse Holos. So got 90 HP water Pokemon, evolves from Carvanha. And it has a very limited move set. I mean, the artwork's cool on it, let's be fair. But 70 damage for 2 energy isn't, you know, it's not bad. But he only has the 1 move. So Jet Headbutt. That's reverse, yeah. Oricorio is our rare from the pack. So 90 HP basic electric type Pokemon. For 1 electric energy, you can use Feather Dance, which is during your next turn, this Pokemon's Pom Pom Punch attacks base damage is 100. So it's not like increase it by 80. They've actually specifically used the word its base damage is 100. Not actually sure why. Maybe they're trying something new. Maybe it's something to do with another mechanic that I'm just completely blanking on. But yeah, and Pom Pom Punch does 20 normally. But if you use Feather Dance, it does 100. And it's the same energy cost. So you can just rotate them. Water Energy, another Sliggoo, a Beware, and another Whimsicott. Managed to pick up 2 packs again. I'm not even going to read the names anymore. I'm just going to mess them up if I keep repeating them. So Reverse Holo Aqua Patch. Salazzle evolves from Salandit. 110 HP fire Pokemon. Its ability is Hot Poison. When you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon during your turn, you may leave your opponent's active Pokemon burned and poisoned. That's quite nasty. So it could potentially take 30 damage in between turns. All from just playing this. Crazy. It also has Flamethrower, which deals 90 damage for a fire and 2 colourless, and you discard an energy card from this Pokemon. It doesn't specify fire energy this time. Normally with like Flamethrower-esque moves, it actually specifies a fire type energy. This doesn't. Interesting. Gothorita, Kamala, and Rescue Stretcher. So an item that is a choose 1. So put a Pokemon from your discard pile into your hand or shuffle 3 Pokemon from your discard pile into your deck. So pretty nice. Just gives you the ability to get out those powerful Pokemon again if they've been knocked out somehow. And it seems to be the case where I talk about a rare and then it comes up in Reverse Holo, or in this case the unevolved form comes up in Reverse Holo. So Salandit. Garbodor is our rare. 120 HP Psychic Pokemon, evolves from Trubbish. It has Trashalanche. Nice sounding move there. Deals 20 times the number of item cards in your opponent's discard pile for 1 psychic energy. That could potentially be like pretty nasty. I mean, most competitive decks are running like 30 plus trainer cards, and you cycle through your trainer cards just so fast in this game. So yeah, it could be doing a lot of damage. Acid Spray is its second move, so 70 damage for a psychic and 2 colorless. I flip a coin. If heads, discard an energy card from your opponent's active Pokemon. So pretty nasty as well. I could see this seeing some play. Got a Watchog multi-switch, which is actually really useful. So moving energy from one of your bench Pokemon to your active Pokemon. I can see people definitely playing that, and Kamala as well. So the Alolan Vulpix, Slowpoke, Matchup, Helioptile, Murkrow, and a reverse holo Nosepass. And Swellow is our rare, which we've already seen. So, Machoke. So we're getting to the stage where we could well get quite a few doubles. Wishy-Washy. I actually quite like this ability, to be honest. So, yeah. The ability is Schooling, and once during your turn before you attack, you may switch this Pokemon with a Wishy-Washy GX in your hand. Any attached cards, damage counter, special conditions, turns in play, and any other effects remain on the new Pokemon. So it's actually really, really cool, because you can just like play this onto your bench, and then just like play a Wishy-Washy on top of it. So you can be like a Wishy-Washy GX. So you can just be like loading this up with energy until you draw your GX, and then your GX is just set and ready to go. So pretty cool. Nosepass, Wimpod, Goomy, Wailmer, reverse holo Sliggoo, which actually, yeah, Dragon looks really cool as well in reverse holo. And Rayquaza, nice, is our rare. So 120 colorless Pokemon, has Turbo Storm for 30 and 2 colorless energies. So attach 2 basic energy cards from your discard pile to one of your bench Pokemon. That's really powerful. Yeah, it's just really good. It's dealing damage and getting energy cards back. Dragon Claw is 80 damage for 3 colorless energy, which is just the move you want to be using to finish off your opponent's Pokemon. So Rayquaza is really good. Fletchinder, Sableye, and another multi-switch. So should be due another GX any time now, honestly. So again, just going to be skipping these. Oh. I say that as we open one. Jangmo-o is our reverse, and we're just going to skip onto. Oh, okay, it's a trainer card. Full Art Supporter Mallow. That looks really cool. I really like what they've done with the new full arts. Like the texture on them kind of really brings out the picture. So Mallow is search your deck for 2 cards, shuffle your deck, then put those cards on top of it in any order. So it can be really, really powerful. Because at least you know what your next few draws are going to be. Just remember to play this after you've played all your shuffle cards. It's really cool. So we have Fighting Energy, Hala, Sudowoodo, and the normal version of Mallow. Nice. From the same pack. Just gonna make these a little bit neater. So I'm not gonna just knock everything over and make a huge mess. So I got a Goomy. Oh dear, I've got more nice cards at the back. Just gonna skip to the end, I guess. Dumb Eyes, Nice. Again, the Psychic and Fairy types just look so good in reverse. 120 for a basic Psychic type Pokemon. The ability is Steel Worker. Your Steel Pokemon's attacks do 10 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. And it has Anchor Shot, which is 70 for a Psychic and 2 colorless, and the defending Pokemon can't retreat during your opponent's next turn. So, pretty good kind of all-around Pokemon there. Good for a Psychic Steel deck. Metagross GX. That looks awesome. So, 250 HP Steel type, evolves from Metang. Has the ability Geotech System. So once during a turn before you attack, you may attach a Psychic or Steel energy card from your discard pile to your active Pokemon. Again, goes really well in a Steel Psychic deck, just like Dhelmise. Giga Hammer is 150 for 2 Steel and a colorless, and this Pokemon can't use a Giga Hammer during your next turn, which it's not too bad, I suppose. And Algorithm GX is the GX move. So for 1 colorless, search your deck for up to 5 cards and put them into your hand, then shuffle your deck. That's a really powerful effect. So yeah, overall, pretty cool. And a Steel type to go onto your Metagross that we just pulled. And got to the stage where I'm just skipping the uncommons now as well. I just want to get to the good stuff. Honchkrow is our reverse holo. Yeah, the dark types look cool as well. So 110 HP dark type Pokemon, which is stage 1 evolving from Murkrow. For 1 dark, you have Feint Attack, so just 30 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. So you can just pick a Pokemon and deal 30 damage to it. The damage isn't affected by weakness and resistance, but, you know, who cares? You can kill bench Pokemon with it. 2 colorless for Raven's Claw, which is 10 plus, and it's this attack does 10 more damage for each damage counter on all of your opponent's Pokemon. So you can be dealing, you know, the 30 damage or whatever. Or for instance, if your opponents use one of the moves, which is prevent all damage dealt to this Pokemon during your opponent's next turn, Feint Attack gets around that, and then Raven's Claw deals even more damage. So, not bad. Turtonator, which we've already seen in reverse holo form. So we'll just skip over that. The Steel Energy Enhanced Hammer. It's been a while since I've opened Pokemon packs, so it's kind of exciting for me. Nice reverse holo choice band. That's cool. Probopass. So it evolves from Nosepass, 130 HP Steel type. For 1 Steel, you've got Energy Link, which deals 30 damage, and you attach an energy card from your discard pile to this Pokemon, which then lets you power up for Power Gem. Deals 120 damage, requiring 4 colorless energy. So yep. So about 2/3 of the way through. Castform, Tentacool. Ooh. A reverse holo Rayquaza. Very shiny. Oricorio is our rare. So 90 HP for a Psychic, basic Pokemon. Words have just escaped me. So 1 colorless for Supernatural Dance. For each Pokemon in your opponent's discard pile, put 1 damage counter on your opponent's Pokemon in any way you like. That can be horrible. Wow. Yeah. If you've made them, like if you've knocked out their Pokemon, or if they've just discarded their Pokemon for any reason, you can be dealing quite a lot of damage with that for just 1 colorless. Conversely, you could be dealing no damage at all, but you know, you can take that chance probably. Revelation Dance is also 1 colorless and deals 30 damage. If there's no Stadium card in play, this attack does nothing. So this card, like, this Pokemon is really, really situational, but can be very, very powerful in the right situation. Energy Lotto, Acrobat, and Vanillish. Wow. Seriously. Just destroying the packs. Ooh, Alolan Sandshrew. Snorunt. Reverse Hollow Rockruff. Honchkrow is our rare, which we've seen already. And who haven't seen Glalie. That looks cool. You might have actually just revealed that code by accident. Please don't type it in. So Reverse Hollow Brooklet Hill. Victory Bell is our rare. So 140 HP, Grass type, evolves from Weeping Bell, has Pollen Hazard, deals 20 damage for 1 grass, and your opponent's active Pokemon is now burned, confused, and poisoned. That's horrible. I mean, granted it's a stage 2 Pokemon, so you're talking late game attacks, but yeah, burned, confused, and poisoned, so potentially taking 30 damage between turns, and when it wants to attack it can also deal damage to itself. It's like, wow. And then Stick and Absorb, 80 damage for a grass and 2 colourless, and you heal 30 damage from this Pokemon. And the defending Pokemon can't retreat during your opponent's next turn. So, if you've got Pollen Hazard and then use this on the next turn and they hadn't retreated to get rid of the confusion and poison and everything else, then they're never going to be getting away from it. It's too late for them. Mallow, Altar of the Sun, and Hakamo-o. So Reverse Hollow Whiscash. Looks quite nice. 130 Rock type Pokemon, evolves from Barboach. I'll say Rock, it could be fighting. In terms of the game, it's fighting. In terms of the actual games, who knows. So for 1 fighting and 2 colourless, it has Water Pulse for 60 damage, and your opponent's active Pokemon is now asleep. Landslip is 100 damage times for 1 fighting and 3 colourless. You discard the top 3 cards of your deck, and this attack does 100 damage for each energy card you discarded this way. So potentially dealing 300 energy, potentially dealing 0 energy. We have Sharpedo and Grass type, Energy, and Field Blower. Cool. The packs. Seriously. Some of them just seem to open so easily, and then others are just, they make it difficult on purpose, I'm sure. Purely for people who are doing unboxing videos. So I'm sure you can already see the nice shiny card. So Alolan Sandshrew in reverse, but let's just go straight to the GX. So Drampa, nice. To go with our full art Drampa. I'm not actually sure which one I prefer more. Let's stick them side by side and just... That's a tough choice. I think that actually looks quite cool. But the artwork on the reverse is slightly better, but I do like the way they've done that as well. I said reverse, I meant full art. So we've already seen it, so we don't need to go through. Another reverse Whimsicott. Politoed is our rare, so 130 HP water type. Has roll call, so search your deck for a Poliwag, a Poliwhirl, and a Poliwrath. Put them onto your bench, then shuffle your deck. That's pretty good, actually. Hyper Jump is 100 damage for a water and 2 colorless. You may shuffle this Pokemon and all cards attached to it into your deck. Notice it says you may, so you actually don't have to. But potentially you might want to deny your opponent a prize. And Max Potion is back. Nice. And Alolan Graveler. Getting some good cards, I have to say. So, reverse Machamp. Whiscash, which we've already seen. This one not as shiny as the last one. And suddenly all the packs are just opening properly. Just as I get to the end of the video. Alolan Sandslash, reverse holo, that looks really cool. I like that. 110 HP for a water type evolving from Alolan Sandshrew. The ability is Slush Rush. Nice. So once during your turn you may draw a card. That's actually a really good ability. Like, it's very, very simple, but it's very, very good. Smash Turn is its only move other than that, which is 50 damage for a water and 2 colorless. And you can switch this Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon, although you have to do that. Yeah, I mean, overall, it's pretty good. Again, it's one of those Pokemon where you don't necessarily want it for the attack, you want it for the ability. Pangoro is the rare in the pack. So 130 HP Dark type, evolving from Pancham. Sky Uppercut is 70 damage for 3 energy. And this attack's damage isn't affected by resistance, but it is affected by weakness still. So it'll still deal double damage, but those pesky, is it fairies that are resistant to dark? No. What's resistant to dark? I can't remember off the top of my head. Whatever it is, resistance doesn't matter. Magnum Punch is 130 damage for a dark and 3 colorless, which is just a very basic punch them in the face attack. Wrong pile. So Dark Energy, Sudowoodo, Rescue Stretcher, and Hakamo. Oh. Again, just flicking through quickly. Helioptile, reverse holo. And Oricorio. I don't remember seeing this. I think we've seen one of them, but not this one. 90 HP Psychic with an ability, a Vital Dance. When you play this Pokemon from your hand onto your bench during your turn, you may search your deck for up to 2 basic energy cards, reveal them and put them into your hand, then shuffle your deck. That's pretty good. So just play it, get 2 energy cards. Can't complain. And Casual Slap for 30 damage for a Psychic and a Colorless. Reverse Holo Wailord. Again, looks cool. Ooh. Solgaleo. Nice. So he's Steel type. 160 HP and evolves stage 2, evolving from Cosmoem. First move, Shining Arrow, is a steel and colorless, and it does 50 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. So again, just can bypass the whole can't deal damage to this Pokemon this turn thing by just attacking their bench. It's great. And Fangs of the Sun, so 170 damage for 2 steel and a colorless, and this Pokemon can't use Fangs of the Sun during your next turn. So 3 energy for 170 is amazing. The only downside being you can't use it on the next turn, but you've got a Shining Arrow as a backup, so overall, pretty good. I mean, I'm not going to complain if I've got that in play. So reverse holo Trubbish. Ooh, Absol, cool. So 100 HP dark type. And he has Future Sight for 1 dark energy. So look at the top 4 cards of either player's deck and put them back in any order. That can really mess with your opponent. Or benefit yourself. Just trying to get the light on the holo. Looks really cool. And Doomuse is 1 dark and 1 colorless. Put all energy cards attached to this Pokemon into your hand. At the end of your opponent's next turn, the defending Pokemon will be knocked out. That's crazy good. And he's only a basic Pokemon as well. Yeah. That's yeah, really, really good. Wow, I just start again, shall we? So Alolan Graveler, reverse holo. Yeah, that looks nice. Oricorio, again, so another one. Alright, last 2 packs. Hey, open properly. Let's see if we get anything good in the last 2, although we do already have 6 of the, like, you know, super rare kind of cards, so unlikely to get a 7th, but there's always the chance. We can hope, right? Yeah, Mudsdale, reverse holo rare. So 140 HP, fighting type, evolves from Mudbray, has enhanced Stomp, which does 60 plus, and does 60 more if it has a tool attached to it. So 2 fighting and a colorless energy for that. High horsepower is 3 fighting and a colorless for 180 damage, and it deals 40 to itself, which, you know, not that big of a downside. Alolan Sandslash is our rare. And those 3, so last pack. Come on. Gotta get something good, right? I don't think we do, but Stuffle, Phantump, Helioptile, Beldum, Tentacool. Well, that's actually pretty good. I mean, you can't complain at reverse holo trainer cards. They look very good when you pull them out of your deck. Lilligant. So another one we've seen before. Fairy Energy, Ultra for Sun, Metang, and Hakamo. Oh. I mean, overall, that was a pretty good box. And we got some nice rares in the form of, like, Absol. There was Lost in Out Rayquaza, like a couple of those. Garbodor's pretty good as well. Blissey's nice. Trevenant's alright. Yeah. Some really good stuff. And the reverse holos, I mean, they all look so pretty. But I guess this is what we're after the most, so GXs and full arts. So we got the Drampa, we got the full art Drampa, got Metagross, Mallow, full art trainer, Sylveon GX, which again I really like the artwork on that, and Toxapex. So not bad. I really can't complain. So remember, you can find all the cards you've seen in the video and the rest of Guardians Rising on our website, bigorbitcards.co.uk. So thank you for watching. Please feel free to comment on my mispronunciation, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you very much.